Hey guys, Yophi here, coming to you with a thought about the word love. I was talking with some people and I noticed that our youth, even our adults at this point, don't have a firm grasp on love. And in order to really help out, I figured, Yophi, what could you really say? Because it's a very complicated topic. But if we break it down based on something very popular, you should look it up, C.S. Lewis, The Four Loves. But it really breaks down for us what certain types of love are and what it really means. Because in America, when we just say the word love, people get all kinds of different really definitions. So when someone says, I love you, the other person can have a completely different feeling in mind as to what you really mean. So I'm really going to try and really help you out by talking about them and also mentioning instances in the Bible where this type of love would be used. And then that way it might help you relate to it so that there's not as much confusion. Because in our relationships, a lot of things would cease if we understood where the other person was coming from. So let's get into this. If I do not pronounce it correctly, it's because I'm not Greek, so forgive me for that. But the first one, just based off memory, I believe is called Storge. I believe it's Storge with like a little line. So that type of love, from what I understand, is more familiar with family, right? If you have a mother and a mother births her son, she gains a certain type of love for that son. The son could have issues, right? But a mother or a father or a brother or sister would tend to overlook those things because that's their family, right? So you have a familial bond, a family bond. And when a brother tells a sister that he loves her, he doesn't mean that he wants to marry her. Or at least he shouldn't. There are some who, we're not talking about the exception, we're talking about the standard. A standard mother telling her son that she loves him deeply does not mean the same type of love that a boyfriend would have for his girlfriend, right? So there's that type, and there's a family love that some people who are not even family gain, right? So they call each other family. This is the type of love that a lot of people look for when they join a gang. They're looking for a brotherhood. This is where you get fraternities and sororities from. They're brotherhoods and sisterhoods. People are looking for a family bond because they never had one. This is why it is important for fathers and mothers to be together. If you have issues, get over yourself, die to yourself, right? And then love as a family, because the family unit makes up the culture. When you have a family unit and then you have another family unit and you have a community, it's a bunch of families living together, then you get a culture. But if you don't have the family in correct union, the way that the family's supposed to be, then everything breaks down. And this is why you will see Christianity a lot of times in America, they're more conservative because they're trying to keep the structure of what God says is a family unit, because it ultimately benefits society to have a family. We know this. If you look up any research, it will tell you that children from fatherless homes are twice as likely to be this, twice as likely to be that, 3 times more likely. People in fatherless homes, or marriages, or not marriages, but families out of wedlock, when they have babies out of wedlock, those babies are much more likely to be in gangs, to be in premarital relationships, to have low self-esteem, to be involved in violent crime, to not graduate high school. Okay, all of these statistics go up because the family structure. the love from a mother and a father is not in the home. It even goes into molestations. All of these things increase because the family unit is not there. That's why you will have these political battles as far as what the Christians want a family to be, because it's ultimately for the good of society that a family structure and a family love be there. A mother's love to the child has to be there. A father's love to the child has to be there. Otherwise, it is dysfunctional. That love is necessary, right? Okay? So that's the Storge love.